That part I can follow, and then I'll just try to click on... Oh, wait, shit. I didn't double check these graphics, though.
Press L.
Did you?
Just press L.
You're tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzzTV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzzTV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akaman. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello and welcome, Librarians fans, to the Librarians AfterBuzz After Show. If you're hearing the Sherlock theme song, you're in the right place. This is the Librarians. We are so excited. We are talking about the first episode of Season 2 and the second episode of Season 2 because we had a two-parter season premiere. I'm your host, Yael Teagle. If you have not already, go to youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV. Hit subscribe. That way you don't miss a single episode. Also, we're on iTunes and SoundCloud. Hit subscribe. Don't miss a single episode. You can tweet at us using the hashtag ABTVTheLibrarians. Real long. Also, you can tweet at me directly at Yael Teagle. That's YAELTYGIEL. I'm so excited about who's here with me. Guys, we have Lindy Booth! Why don't you tell them where they can tweet at you if they don't already know?
I'm simply at Lindy Booth.
Wow, that's real challenging.
It's real challenging.
It is. And Tari's back with us.
Hey! You can find me at Tari J. It's TAURIJY.
Alright, before we jump into And the Drowned Book, that's what I'm calling it. The Librarians and the Drowned Book and the Broken Staff. Those are our two episodes. Let's jump in with our feelings about the new season. Lindy, I know you're happy to be back.
I'm super happy to be back. I have so many feelings about the new season.
Share a few.
I'm just super excited. I think, we had such an amazing time season 1 and we had no expectations. We didn't know what the fans were going to think. And we came in with all this love from the movies and all of this sort of like buzz about that, and to know that the fans sort of accepted the new version of the Librarians was so amazing. So to be able to come back and do a season 2, we were all super excited. We were so happy to be able to work together again because we're like a big weirdo family. And now we're excited that we get to share it with everyone because we're finished shooting now. So it's exciting to sort of like watch it go out into the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Tari, what are your thoughts on the new season so far?
I like it. I like it a lot. I like that they're full-fledged librarians.
Mm-hmm.
I like that we have this definitive, really formidable enemy. And also, I love their interactions. It's just so good.
Speaking of the enemy this season, this is going to sound weird, but I'm happy that it's not the Serpent Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Because we had them in the first movie. We had them last season. I remember asking last season, is that it? That's all they fight? But no, we have fictionals.
Yeah.
And so far, I personally feel like I don't read enough.
Oh,
yeah.
You should probably get on that.
I mean, I hear book clubs are a good thing to do.
Book clubs are amazing.
I should definitely do that. But how familiar were you with The Tempest when you started this episode?
I was super familiar. When I had a meeting with John Rogers before the season started, and he was like, you're going to love this because everyone on set knows that I'm a super book nerd. I am a reader. I do book club. I am a total... My New Year's resolution this year was that I was going to read 2 books every month, which is a lot.
Yeah.
But I really almost stuck to it. I think I decided at the end of the year I'll probably have read like 19 books, which is pretty good. But he was like, the great villains from literature are going to come to life this season, and I was like, it's the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
I was so excited about it.
Tari, are you familiar with The Tempest?
I'm not. It made me feel like the biggest plebe because I was like, I could list off a million facts about comic-y things or nerd stuff, but then you're like, Shakespeare.
Done.
Hands up.
Out.
Yeah, no, I used to think I was a big Shakespeare person. I'm not. Turns out. I was like...
He was prolific.
Yeah.
That guy.
I was like, oh, no, I feel... and then when we got Moriarty coming in, and I was like, oh, I know Sherlock, but I know Sherlock from the
Sherlock.
TV show.
Right.
Yeah.
And from the movies, I don't know real Sherlock. So this season, I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of reading to do.
Yeah, there's some good ones, and we have some others coming up that I think were exciting. One that I definitely was familiar with, but had never read the book, and was really excited to go out and get the book and get to read it.
And you're not gonna tell us who it is?
I don't know. I think I can tell you.
Rhymes.
It rhymes with. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Syllables.
Well, so let's jump into the first episode. Let's jump into And the Drowned Book. Because Tempest has, Prospero from the Tempest. Oh, this is going to be awful. I'm going to apologize now to any Shakespeare fans out there. I'm going to butcher this. I'm just saying it.
Hey.
So he's got a book. He's got a staff. That's what gives him magic. What?
No,
Tari?
No, you're doing great. He's got a book, he's got a staff,
Yeah,
he's living large.
That's what gives him magic. And we get, so everyone's called to the Museum of History in New York, which is from the first Librarians movie, and we even get Flynn talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And as someone who just rewatched all the movies, super exciting
Thank
to see
you,
that
TNT,
again.
for the binge.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So great. Oh, best Halloween ever. So we get all called to the Museum of History, and then we get introduced to the fictionals, which have been around since before magic was released, which was such an interesting idea to bring up, that like these beings already are here, but they didn't have magic.
Yeah.
Because now magic's out there.
Mm-hmm.
I
think I like that idea
Yeah.
for the series as a whole, just that magic sort of exists in a form, and once this, the magic was released at the beginning of last season, everything sort of got amplified and everything sort of got awakened, and I think it's an exciting idea to think that it was always there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what's so great about this show, is that we get to explore things in our world and see how they work with us. And I think hearing the rules of the fictionals, right? They're bound by their own stories, but they're extremely powerful if their narrative matches with the real world. Mm-hmm. And since the magic has returned, Prospero is regaining his power enough to call Moriarty. And then because Shakespeare's dead and magic is back and he's a wizard, he can make his own ending. I love that the rules are laid out for us. Like, no, here are the rules, but he's special because of this.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we meet other fictional, magical people that are in our world, they will also be able to rewrite their stories,
Yes.
Yeah.
is what we're being told.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's cool that we can sort of, because these things are not real things, that we can make our own rules, and the writers have done such an amazing job of like creating rules that do make sense.
Yeah.
It just, the show follows its own version of logic.
Yeah.
And they really do, like, we get script as we get script, and it's amazing to watch that the rules are followed.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I love about this team, right? And that's something that's why this show is so great, is that they do set up, here are the rules we are establishing, we're going to follow them.
Yeah.
And not just rules, but like backstories, the reference to the Museum of History in New York.
Yeah.
That, to like, remember we made this a thing,
Yeah.
let's go back there. This team is amazing.
They're really good.
Yeah.
I love them. So we go, and this is another thing this is how you know it's a quality team, is that they don't always make it, because that gets old.
Well, I think too, because these characters always ground that in, these are real people. That when you see him fail or flounder, it's like us, and so I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Cassandra is also...
Watching the show last night, I was like, wow, do I talk like that? Really quickly.
What's your process like to start? Because that's what I'm learning here.
I read a lot, and I still don't understand at least the team. I have an amazing group of people that I can call John Rogers day or night. He's starting to get that. But I do oftentimes need like a practical application, the formulas or the sort of principles that we're dealing with. And then once it's simple to memorize.
Yeah.
But I have to have some sort of comprehension.
Okay, so there isn't anything that you say that you're like...
No, I definitely will not say that I fully comprehend all of the physics stuff, but I have enough
Of diagrams. Like there's a lot of like, and so like how does that work for you? In that, like, when you're picturing it, or do you already have an idea of what it's going to look like when it's being created?
No, all the effects on Cassandra's gifts come in so late. Like I don't get to see them. I have an idea of what we're talking about, and I will, this is sort of what I'm picturing. But when they explain a concept, they're like, you want to it's in there. I was like in last night's the goat. I was like, did not see that coming.
I was like, I wonder if she knew that was there.
Did not know that was there. Would have done something if I'd known that was there.
Here's a question that I really kind of want to ask, because it's been Cassandra and Stone getting together.
Yes.
But I have a theory now.
Okay. I'm dying for it.
Okay, so last night, first episode, the Italian noblewoman.
Oh, yeah.
Now, at the end of last season,
Yes.
Lamia pledged her allegiance to Cassandra.
Yes.
Previously,
Yes.
you know where I'm going?
I'm sensing a trend.
Yeah. Was the prince. Mm-hmm. And all the ladies were flocking to Cassandra.
My theory about Cassandra is that, she life in a box of her own sort of mind. And this is the first time that she's sort of like out in the world and like experiencing things, people, relationships. And so I think Cassandra is like just a super fluid person, and there's no like definition of who she is or what she is into. She's sort of like for life at this moment.
Okay.
And it's like, she's a lovely person, and I think she loves people, and this is her first time to sort of express that, and I think we are seeing, different versions of like how she's reacting.
Okay.
Yeah. Vague?
Okay.
All right.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Cool. See more of that as the season progresses.
Ah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, now my head's spinning. I think because we referenced a few things from the movies, I personally would like to see for Flynn.
Which one was Nicole?
Nicole was in the first movie with Sonia Walger.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And, I mean, because she was the first girlfriend, she became the first guardian.
Yeah.
Do you know of any things from the movies that might be returning?
I think we're trying to keep them separate.
Okay.
I think there's so many like beautiful little like you were saying, like the museum and those sort of like little flashbacks, but Flynn and Eve have such a strong sort of connection that I don't think that they're not trying to bring someone in to replace her.
Oh, that drama would have been so good.
So good.
That
Maybe in the
would have
future.
been so good. All right, well, I thought I'd ask.
It could.
Yeah.
I would pitch it. It's a great.
So the end of the first episode, we have, I believe, the quote that like, hey, here's what's happened from Flynn, right? We get a tactical the fact that magic has returned to the world to restore his power and to accomplish some sort of unknowable and yet terrifying plot for world domination.
Yep.
Guys, that's what's happening this season on the Librarians.
One simple sentence.
Sure.
Lots of commas.
Sure, it was delivered with 0 commas too.
No, I had to stop and rewind and stop. Oh, God. And that was the first episode. Also, I'm going to skip that because that's... Before we go into the second episode, I want to thank our fans. Great. Because of fans like you, that's right, people who are here... Thank you. Because of you, we have people like Lindy in the booth with us. That's funny.
In the booth?
In the booth.
Lindy Booth in the booth.
Lindy Booth in the booth.
Whatever. Never made that joke before.
I'm sorry.
Everyone has made that.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's still good.
That's why I
when you do it,
apologize.
it's
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love it.
She's here, and that's why we're so excited. So what you guys can do for us, a very simple thing, go onto iTunes, make sure you subscribe, that way you don't miss an episode, but also leave us a comment, a rating, and a review. If you like us, that is a 5-star rating, and if you don't like us, that is a 4-star rating. The other buttons, turns out they don't work, the other stars. We tested for you, they don't work. Leave a comment, and we will read it here, live, on the air, every week, except for this one, but we will do that for you. So make sure you do that for us, and then we'll get more beautiful guests. That's what we'll do for you guys. Okay, let's jump into And the Broken Staff.
Okay.
Yes.
Because we have Prospero again. I love that we're continuing and that it's continuing through the season. I just love the format of the show.
Yeah.
Right? That we're starting an episode or a season with, here's the villain, here's the story. This is what we're going to do this season.
Yeah.
It's so well organized.
It's really well thought out.
Yeah.
Someone put some thought into this one.
Yeah.
And we don't shoot the episodes in order. So it is so well thought out that we can shoot completely and utterly out of order, and it's all still comes together.
Wow. I know last season they were aired out of order.
Yeah. They were shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Yup.
shot out of order and aired out of order from the order we thought they were even going in. So
Yes.
it was confusing for everyone.
There were parts where I felt that I was like, this aired out of order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this season, do you know the plan?
Yeah, we were promised a plan this season, and I think it was important because they did want to tell a through story, and they did want that to really be. We wanted to be able to tell the story that we wanted to tell, and you can't do that if things are, drastically out of order. And so we do have a plan. We shot out of order, which is always exciting.
Yeah.
But we were going to air in the order that we intended to.
Oh, that's good.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you'll see things that relationships will make more sense, and things like that will be able to follow much clearer.
Tensions will build.
Tensions will build, relationships will build, things will change. Yeah.
Oh, that's so, like, you're teasing so much in such vague ways. I want to be like, who?
Keep on watching.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Okay, so we have to find Prospero's staff before he does, and we decide to go on the offensive. We have Plan A and Plan B, and then they switch, and Plan A becomes Plan B, and Plan B becomes Plan A. It's so Flynn.
So
Yeah.
Flynn.
So Flynn.
Flynn.
Classic.
Classic.
Flynn.
But we also have the debrief, or the briefing, I guess, not a debrief.
Yes.
I should read more. And
If we've learned anything tonight.
yeah,
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, it was a little bit of both, because they were
yeah.
debriefing from the previous mission
Thanks.
and briefing on what their next moves.
True.
thanks, Tari.
So
You're
true.
welcome.
That's why you're here.
Brief debrief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Debrief.
Okay.
Yep.
I know that we like having Flynn in the library with everybody, but I don't.
I feel that.
Cool.
No, I like the character. I just feel like I feel like they lean on him so much that it doesn't allow them to grow. And so, like, his absence, and, like, you can feel it in that, like, the first season, yes, they super duper needed him, but now, like, they have their own groove and they have their relationships established. So he's there, but, like, everybody already knows, they're already on board.
Yeah. What's interesting, I think, because it is a show that's designed to work both ways.
Yeah.
And it's hard to accomplish that. I think that, you have a show that works as like a four-hander and also as a five-hander.
Yeah.
And it does throw off the dynamics when it changes the dynamics when he's there or when he's not. And, he is a character that's supposed to know everything. That's how he was in the movies. Like, he knew everything. He was an expert in everything. And so now bringing in these other characters who have other specialties, I think this season we see a lot of growth from, like, the Lits and how he sort of accepts them and sort of leans on them in a way, too. Because they all have their own sort of things to offer now.
I heard that he's going to be in 5 episodes.
He is in 5 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can confirm that.
Yes.
I'm officially allowed to confirm that he's in 5 episodes.
I also am really excited that I have correct information.
You have totally correct information.
That said, we've already seen 2.
You've seen 2.
Yep.
I feel like the season premiere shouldn't count. You know what I mean? Like,
It counts.
oh, okay. All right. So we have whatever. We have our 2. We have our 2 plans.
Yes.
Flynn's plan, he's going to go because he thinks he knows where the staff is and uncover it, and then everyone else is going to stay and figure out information.
Yeah.
Which is, I feel like, again, we're having this, this is how he does things. Just like in the movies, I'm going to jump in. Like the portal in the first episode, he's like, I'm just going to jump in, see what happens. And they are a team who figures things out and works together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we have to balance that. And that's, is that playing out all season, this whole who does what? And
Yeah, I think you see a lot of that. You saw it last night in he and Eve's relationship, that she's taking that as a bigger picture. Like, sometimes you need a plan and you need to work with other people.
Yeah.
You can't just, like, do what you want to do whenever you want to do it, which is great relationship advice as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do see a lot of, like, they do work in different ways. The Librarians as a team and he on his own. So that is sort of a through line. And also the Librarians are learning how to work together again too, because they've all been off on their own separate adventures, and so seeing them come back together.
Well, I feel like they know how to work together when Baird is there, because as
she's the glue.
She's the glue, but not just like when they were talking about in the first one, where Stone says or Ezekiel says to Stone you treat me like you're the boss, but when Baird's there, they all treat her like she's the boss because she is.
Because she's the boss.
Colonel Baird. She's awesome. We also get to see, so you all split up and do things. We have Jones and Stone working on the card catalog. We have you working on figuring out if there are any magical tomes. We have Jenkins looking in the library.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Ezekiel points out that he doesn't know how to use a card catalog.
Or shoe a horse.
Yeah, well, who needs to do that? But he doesn't know how to use a card catalog.
I will say, John Kim is a youngin'. He is super, super young.
Yeah.
And there have been things that we have brought up that he's like, what's this? And we're like, it's a payphone. And he's like, why do you pay for it? We're like, because you used to not have a cell phone in your pocket and you had to use the payphone to call your parents to come pick you up at the movies. Like, that was it. And he never had contact with like a real live payphone before. So I understand that he can't use a card catalog.
It's kind of great, though.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think I remember how to use a card catalog.
I'm sure you could figure it out.
I'm sure if I went and did it, but I was watching it and I went, yeah, no, I don't remember how to do that right now.
Yeah.
Well, the cross-referencing thing was...
We've also established that you don't know how to read.
Right.
Is that what we established?
I do know how to read.
You don't know how to read?
She's
I'm
never
pretty sure
been
that's what we
in a library.
established.
Thanks. Guys, Lindy came on to remind you that I don't know how to read.
Look how far you've come.
And just reading my notes.
Yeah, the notes, it's impressive.
Thanks.
Yeah.
They're
really thorough. They're really thorough.
They're really just pictures. I drew, guys. So I want to talk about the sassy little girl.
Yes.
Who? Because I saw you guys posted a picture.
Yeah, Molly Roskin.
Who is this sassy? I liked
this
her.
sassy
I
girl?
really liked her. And then Ezekiel liked her, and I was like, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I liked her.
I feel her.
$50.
Yeah.
60. I like that she.
75.
Yeah, she was. And then she put her. I was like, "You're touching Christian Kane." You know how many girls out there are freaking out?
Yeah. She's the daughter of one of our executive producers and directors, Mark Roskin's little girl, Molly, and she was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was so funny.
I mean, if they ever have a librarian or next
Yeah.
generation.
The next generation.
Yeah.
No, she came in. She knew all her lines. She crushed it on the first take. We were all like, oh, okay. That's how it's going to be.
I have a feeling it was like, right? I feel like you should write the little girl like this. I feel like I know someone who might be like that.
Yeah.
So she didn't play a part. She was just
There
herself.
might have been some private rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she was amazing.
She was just her being herself.
Yeah.
50. Oh, it was great. It was so good. So we get to the heart of the library, which is the Tree of Knowledge, which was brought up in the third movie.
Yeah.
Was that the Tree of Knowledge was the heart of the library. And I, last season at the beginning, so when I first started watching Librarians, I hadn't seen the movies.
Okay.
And I had said that I believed that Charlene was the heart of the library.
Oh.
I still stand behind that.
Wow.
She could be, because we haven't seen her.
We have not.
She could be the soul of the Tree of Knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The soul of the heart of the library.
Yeah.
The soul of the heart of the
Yeah.
tree of the knowledge of the. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it could happen.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not gonna squash that dream for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we find that there are two ways to get there. We have the elevator, which is the gateway. I love that the elevator, first off, is the slowest elevator ever.
oh yeah.
Because while they're in it, we have the Queen of Hearts fighting Stone and Baird in the reading room. And we have Frankenstein's monster in Antiquities. Again, and this was so great, especially for me who, as I was telling you about Sherlock, I only know the show. Ezekiel only knows the movie of Frankenstein. So to see this, and that he's long-winded.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you've read the book.
I have not. I'm going to be honest. I have not.
It was just like that, except longer.
And also, when we're in the Antiquities room, we have this great Roman Greek gods thing, and I this show just addresses some random stuff that I am like, yeah, we should address that at some point.
Why are people talking about this?
Yeah, I love this show so much. Oh, I need to calm down. Okay.
But I think that's why people, like the guys that are writing it, they love that stuff too,
Yeah.
like so much. And so they're taking all of their like wild nerd fantasies and dreams and throwing them all into one show. And it's amazing. You feel that they love it. Like
Yeah.
you really get that.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
feel that somebody in the writing room was like, yeah, they would totally have this. And then they started arguing with someone about like, well, would they have the Greek stuff or the Roman stuff? Well, they would have both. And that's how that discussion
Yeah.
happened.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to be in that writer's room.
Fly on a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my head would explode. And so when we figure out the solution and we burn down a tree that is not the tree of knowledge, I believe that we will find out what that tree is, and it was something important this season. I'm looking for Lindy to give me any response. Because when Flynn says, like, I don't remember what it was, hope wasn't important. Like,
Yeah.
that's a thing. That's going to be important.
Yeah. I mean, even the camera movements, like, it happened, and then they go back and focus on it to be like, this is important.
How was it? What did they do?
They went, this is important.
So we defeated the fictional with fiction, which I think is a great statement.
Yes.
And I wrote, what tree is it? But the tree of knowledge is a young tree because knowledge is always growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like the more you know thing should have gone by.
Yeah.
Right?
Though I was curious to see him actually try to make a staff from it. And just like pulling this little twig and being like, this is my staff. Avada Kedavra.
Oh, I thought he was going to take a leaf or what are the little green pieces?
A leaf?
The leaf. That's what I
Yes.
said.
A needle?
A needle. That's
Yeah.
what I was looking for.
Because it was sort of
It was like a pine
piney
tree-ish.
tree.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know trees either. I'm
Wow.
killing it tonight, guys. This is embarrassing. So we get back to the library and we discover this whole situation with the artifacts that are missing. The rooms are shifting. The hallways are unaccounted for.
That's going to be a big thing this season.
Oh, absolutely,
The situation with the library, the library is such a big part of the show. And I think getting it back was such a big thing. And it felt like such an accomplishment at the end of last season.
Yeah.
That the fact that Jenkins has been hiding from everyone, that it's not good.
Right.
And that we might have it, but we don't really have it. We can't control it. It's just another layer of sort of the mystery of this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's so, I feel like it's so wonderful. As much as like as a fan, I'm like, well, I want the library that we love.
Yeah.
But just in terms of a story, it's so much more interesting that like we got the library back, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
And there's some mystery within, which is great. And that it totally explains this separation of Flynn going off.
Yeah.
Like it makes complete sense. He would, his job is to go
Yeah.
find the artifacts. And so he's like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to go do. Whereas they are the team, and we have this great part where Ezekiel's like, well, we need to overhaul the security system. And Cassandra points out, we need to do an inventory of the artifacts. And Stone is like, well, the clippings book is going to continue. And I was like, yes, that's my team.
Yeah, it was a great setup, and I think even watching it last night, we were all like, because we all like live tweeted together, so we we're all at my house on my couch, and when that
I was
happened,
going to ask whose couch that was.
it was my couch, thanks. But we were all like, when that happened, we all sort of went, oh, like we had the moment of like, yeah, this is the show, and that's what it feels like. So we all get it too.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
We like it. We have fun.
Yeah. So there was also a door that no one seems to be able to open that keeps popping up. I believe that will also be a thing.
That will be a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Are we going to eventually open it?
That I can't tell you, but that will be a thing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah, right? Like the tree, you can't tell us, but it may be a thing, it may not be a thing. The door we can't open is definitely a thing, but we don't know if it opens.
Yeah, guys, it's magic.
I love this show.
I can't tell you too much because it's magic.
Yeah, no, that's the quality
enough.
of a show. I know we just skimmed over the episodes, but like I feel that these 2 episodes were just, I mean, they were great stories and great reminders of who everybody is and where we are.
Yeah.
But it really is just setting up for a killer season.
Yeah.
And before we get into predictions, I want to talk to you a little bit about Cassandra this season.
Yeah.
Because she's gotten really a handle on using her powers.
Yeah.
Which was the big struggle last season. And I love when we see her in the way beginning and she like uses it and then like checks real quick to see if she has a nosebleed, and she doesn't.
Yeah.
And you told me when we were in New York that she still has brain grape.
Yeah.
But she's kind of come to terms with it.
Yeah, she's sort of, she's in this world now, and I think she's harnessing everything that she has to try to make herself the best version of herself she can be. Mm-hmm. And we see a lot of growth in her this season, and because magic is sort of really very present in the world, Cassandra is sort of the most in tune, I think, with magic of the group. Mm-hmm. The others seem to have like this sort of like love-hate thing with it, where she's full on in love with magic and is so excited that it exists. And so we do see she starts to develop very strong opinions about what we should be doing with magic and what we shouldn't be doing with magic. Oh. And I love watching this character who at the beginning was so scared of her own voice and so nervous, becoming by the end of the season someone who is willing to stand up to Flynn and Jenkins especially. She and Jenkins actually have a real thing this season where she stands up to him and they sort of fight this sort of like new school versus old school, like how we deal with magic.
Yeah.
Which is exciting for me because I love John Larroquette and I love working with him. It's like the highlight of my life.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah, he is amazing.
He's a legend.
A legend.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I just imagine, because we see in the beginning, we see her come in and she kisses him and so happy to see him. And like, I feel that they understand each other the most.
Yeah.
And so the idea that we're going to move kind of to some sort of tension.
Yeah. Well, there's a real sweetness in their relationship, and there always has been. And I think that grows even more. And I think that's why she feels comfortable sort of going against him, because it doesn't come out of like I think I'm better than you, or it comes out of look, we both get this.
Yeah.
What do we do now? Oh. How do we move forward?
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that Cassandra has a different nail polish. I've noticed. I'm a nail polish person, and I've noticed.
It's really good this season.
What?
Really good.
But so there's like the accent nail. So is this you or is this Cassandra? That's
it's
like
Cassandra. Honestly, I never paint my nails, and it started to be this thing, and now I have cute painted nails all the time.
Okay.
But I paint my own nails every morning.
Okay.
And on set, every single morning, I change them with every outfit that I'm wearing. And we have there's always a big group discussion. All the girls in the hair makeup trailer, we all sit down and we're like, what color are you wearing? What are we gonna do? Accent nails.
But it's not, so like an accent nail is usually the ring finger, but Cassandra has the accent nail and the middle finger painted one color.
Yeah.
And the other nail's a different color.
Yeah, we were just going crazy.
Oh, where did that come from? I know this might sound real silly, but it's
honestly,
like a very specific.
My hair girl, Autumn, was like, you should do the other 2 nails. Like she said that, everyone would do that. And she was like, you should do more than that. And so that I give her full credit for that.
Yeah. It's a really cute idea. And I feel like of all the people, Cassandra obviously would be the one to paint her nails, but also would be the one to be like, nope, I'm going to do 2.
Yeah. Well, I think it all came out of the fact that I was well aware from the very beginning that we were going to see a lot of my hands with this whole thing.
Yeah.
We were going to see my hands, so I was like, they might as well look good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We have fun with it. I have so much fun creating that look with the hair and makeup wardrobe team. We have such a great time.
Yeah. Do you have any questions before we head into prediction?
About hair, makeup, or wardrobe?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, your hair is on fleek the whole time.
Thank you for noticing.
Oh no, that's it.
No, I mean the only, I guess the only thing, and this is probably a real plebey thing, but like since you guys do shoot out of order. Like, how do you keep track of your personal arc or your character's arc?
Yeah, no, I sat down with John Rogers at the beginning of the season, and he sort of laid out what each episode was for the team and for my character individually. And he doesn't tell us what's going on with other characters. Like, that's all, it's all private between, we each have meetings,
Wow.
we each have meetings individually, and we get information about our characters that other people don't know personally. And then I'm such a nerd. I've got charts and books and graphs and the whole thing, and different colored pens and different colored markers, and I make notes about what I want to accomplish in an episode, and then after the episode's finished, I make a new set of notes as to what actually happened, because on the day, a lot of fun things will come up that are due to our relationships, like our personal relationships and jokes that we have on set that sort of carry on just on camera because.
Yeah.
And so I make a second set of notes that sort of reflect what we're actually capturing on camera.
Okay.
And so then I put everything in order, and I try to keep it that way.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And does anyone else do that?
I don't know. I don't ask.
Okay.
Everyone's got their own thing, but I definitely, it's important to me. And because last season I felt like Cassandra particularly suffered from the shows airing out of order.
I agreed.
And because I'd made strong choices sort of about how I wanted to do things. So it was important to me that if I was going to continue to make those strong choices that I think do make an interesting character, I wanted to make sure that they were being preserved and that they were being tracked. So I tried to do that for you guys.
Thank you.
If you
Yeah.
like it.
As a fan, I appreciate it so, because to me it's I worked really hard on what I'm doing, and I want you to appreciate and see what I'm trying to show you.
Yeah.
And I think that that's so amazing.
Yeah, you want to tell a story, and I believe in this character. I really love her. I have such a huge fondness for her, and I love playing her so much that I want to honor it, and I want to honor the fans of the show, and I want to make sure that everyone's getting a satisfying arc, a satisfying life to watch.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. So
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
thanks, guys.
We got to head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So we got a season trailer
Yes.
of this season on the Librarians. So I took some notes on what I saw.
Okay.
We have Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
He gets his plastic surgery, which I love that. I love that we're keeping him. I love that he's sticking around. He's got his plastic surgery. All right, so Moriarty says, "Come with me if you want to live," to Flynn and Baird, it looks like. Robots from the future, a time loop that only Ezekiel can remember. A tentacle monster that ate the mascot and the professor.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote that as a quote because she says those words in that order. Doppelgangers, or two of people, an invisible car, and then the end of the world, obviously. I even wrote end of world obvs. So that's what we see on the trailer for this season.
Yeah.
Is the next episode one with the two of people?
I'm not even sure what the next episode is.
Okay.
I think, I do. I think it's
Okay.
I
mean, I just
we'll
remember
call it the
seeing,
doppelganger episode.
Yeah, I mean, because there's two of people, so I went with doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Until next week.
It tells me that it's not doppelgangers.
No, we actually, part of some of our favorite episodes last seasons were the ones that we got to play different versions of our
Right.
characters, like the fairy tale episode, and the finale from last season where we got to play sort of alternate universe us.
Yeah.
And we do have a couple of episodes this season as well where we get to play another version, several other versions of our characters.
Oh,
so,
awesome.
Yeah, it's really fun for us too because
Yeah.
it's like, you get to do something different in the same character that you love so much.
Yeah. I feel like those are the types of episodes that are become fan favorite episodes because we are so invested in the characters that seeing either another side of them or them doing something out of the ordinary is always something that we're like, we love this.
Yeah, like the Apple of Discord where
Yeah.
we got evil and that was super fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a canon version of fan fiction.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Nerd. It's amazing. I
love it.
That's
That's
totally
great.
what it is. It's just, and for us, I have so much fun doing it because I
Yeah.
love sort of keeping the essence of Cassandra and like trying to figure out how she's evil. Like what does that look like?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get to do that again this season.
Are there any fictional characters that you can tell us about that you're excited for this season? No.
I don't think so. I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say, so I'd rather say nothing. But our big bads will be back. We will see more of Moriarty and Prospero.
Okay.
Which is great.
And
They're
we'll see
both
them,
amazing.
We'll see them throughout, not just they reappear at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That's why the show, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really do. Tari, any fictional characters you would like to see?
I would like to see.
I'm gonna drink water just in case you say something, then I make a face.
I would
So you
like
could spit
to
out the water.
see Bram Stoker's Dracula. Who actually would I like to see? I would like to see Puck. That would be nice.
Good one.
I would also really enjoy. Nope, that's it. Just Puck.
Cool.
I really
Good
just want. And Gargoyles from the show Gargoyles. I like that. It could be any piece of fiction, right? All right.
You might not be entirely disappointed with this season.
Yes.
I kind of want to see, when you say Puck, I kind of want to see like a Shakespeare group up here.
Like a gang.
Yeah, and be like, what are you doing, Prospero? Like, that'd be great.
That would be amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
Like all the just magical creatures. Like you get the witches too.
Oh, yeah.
Dawn. Oh man.
Right? Like, I imagine them being like, what are you doing?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they'd be mad. Right?
Yeah.
They'd be like, no.
And be like, you're just mad because you didn't
Terrible
think of it
idea.
first.
Yeah. Also, like, you're not going to help us?
Yeah.
That's what I think they'd be mad that, like, they weren't involved.
Yeah.
Like, we could all have powers. Oh, man, I'd watch that episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll pitch that. I'll pitch
You're
it.
looking at her face.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing I think that's so great about the fictionals, not only coming in this season, but also the decision that Prospero has been around for over 500 years, means that even if this season we conclude this story, fictionals can continue.
Yeah.
And when we didn't even talk about the Queen of Hearts. Like, what a great...
How amazing was that?
I was like, what villain are you bringing from Alice in Wonderland? I was like, the White Rabbit because he's annoying?
Yeah.
Like, is that what it was? But she's crazy.
She's
Oh,
crazy.
she's insane.
Yeah.
Though I would have liked a Cheshire cat. Cheshire. Worcestershire cat.
Yeah. Worcestershire cat.
Yep. That's a thing.
Yeah. No, that would have also been cool.
Yeah.
With the White Rabbit being real obnoxious.
Yeah.
I hate that guy.
No one likes that guy.
Yeah. The time loop. I'm really excited about time loops and robots from the future.
Okay.
Because I have a soft spot for time travel.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes.
There will be some time travel humor coming your way.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
From what I know about Dean Devlin and John Rogers, there will be plenty of time travel. Mm-hmm. They love their Doctor Who.
Yep.
Yeah, you know who did not like time travel? Who? Eve Baird.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yep.
That sounds totally... I feel like Flynn would be totally cool with it, though.
Yeah.
Whether he's there or not, he'd be like, oh, cool. Time travel's awesome.
Sold.
Yeah.
Bring anything back?
Right. Jenkins will also not enjoy time travel.
Yeah.
That's based on the season finale.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I mean, because he's already traveled time the slow way.
Yeah.
I feel like the reason he will not like it is because, like, I could have just gotten here. I didn't have to just wait.
Yeah.
I think that's
It's been a long run
yeah.
for him.
Oh, poor Jenkins. All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I feel like our predictions were all over the place because we have an amazing season coming up.
Yeah.
Every Sunday, 8 p.m. You know where to find it, TNT. And we are here Mondays at 10. Not at 11 usually, at 10. Thank you, Lindy, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having
Why
me.
don't you tell people again where they can find you on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you are?
I am at Lindy Booth on Twitter, and I am at Really Lindy Booth on Instagram.
Really?
Really.
Awesome. And Sundays at 8.
And Sundays at 8 on TNT. Please watch.
Yeah.
It's so much fun this season.
Well, I mean, if you're here, you're clearly watching. Tari, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at TariJ. It's TauriJay.
Excellent. And if you want to find me online, I'm at yell.tv. That's YAEL.tv. There you'll actually see interviews with Lindy and the rest of the cast from New York Comic Con. Check those out. I got spoilers. Also, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything at Yell Teagle. That's YAELTYGIEL. And Sam will be back with us next week. Mondays, 10 p.m. right here on AfterBuzz. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.